Alright, so this is finally the last part of this series aside from honorable reps later on. So this is also going to have all new characters representing franchises for the first time through playable means. And I'm just going to jump right into it. And starting out, I'm going to be talking about the Elite Agents, or the Kodan Squad as they're known in Japan. And this of course would be a new series rep like all the ones here. And this has like a small but a very strong cult following. And if you might have seen on my channel before, I actually did a comic for Agent J. And the reason why I have to list both EBA and Kodan is that they're different in the West. EBA Agents was just like the Western version of it. It was kind of like 1.5 for the game. And they could either be alts or echo fighters. It's difficult to say which one. And they would be a music-based franchise, just like with Rhythm Heaven, whenever that finally gets in. But unlike with Rhythm Heaven, this one would probably focus more on like timing to get a more powerful hit rather than like getting a combo going on. And we can have both of them, both Kodan and Rhythm Heaven. They're both Nintendo franchises. It'd be really cool. And while this isn't a retro IP like most of the characters I've mentioned on here before, this could revive what's almost a dead rep, and they would be a full-on Nintendo DS rep. And after that, I have Starfy, and Starfy is a new IP, of course, to be playable. And Starfy has always been the assist trophy ever since Brawl, that little assist trophy that you could always hit and knock around. Even in Brawl, it was like the one assist trophy you could actually attack until Ultimate, where it happened for like all of them. And if you have played through this series, it is pretty underrated, but it would be cool to throw it a bone and have the character finally get a playable spot. And Starfy is kind of like Kirby, as in he has copy abilities. But I'd imagine if you were in Smash, he wouldn't have the be neutral, of course, like Kirby does. He would just be using all these copy abilities he already has and constantly changing through them. And it would be cool to have Starfy be given the spotlight and gain new traction. And it would also help toughen him up a bit and let him get that revenge after being knocked around all this time. And next, this is one that's kind of grown into a big fan favorite lately. I have Takamaru, and Takamaru is like the one character left on here, aside from maybe the last one, who is a highly wanted assist trophy to be upgraded to playable. And he may also be the most wanted retro rep, like even suppressing Mach Rider. And apparently he was considered ever since Melee. And he was definitely also supposed to be in Smash 4, but got cut there also. And the reason for that given is that he was cut for not being known enough, but I think that's kind of ridiculous if you ask me. I feel like he should have been in for that reason, so he gains traction and we get more of a wider open audience for all of like the Nintendo games. I mean, with that logic, Martha, especially Rory, should have never been in Melee due to nobody knowing who they were outside of Japan at the time. Even Ness, even Captain Falcon, arguably. But everybody basically knows Takamaru now. I would say everybody, like, knows him. He's already rised up in popularity quite a bit, so it's really a good time for him to finally become playable. And next, this is going to be one that not many people have probably seen coming, but I got Ayumi from the Famicom Detective Club. And this is a really more obscure character, but a lot of people have heard of it. It's especially gotten more traction for Ultimate. And Ayumi's kind of just always been there in the background of Smash Bros. Since Melee. She was a trophy there, which is where most people found her. She was kind of a standout trophy. And apparently she was also considered for Melee, but got cut for the same dumb reasons as Takamaru. And Ayumi would be a first-party detective character, and that's like kind of where moves I could get, maybe have references to the game and such. have a character like that, the only chance we would kind of get from one like that would be if Phoenix Wright makes it in the game, but I'm just talking specifically first party here. And Ayumi is actually not really the protagonist of the game, but she is more known than the protagonist. They could maybe even both get in as swaps or echoes, maybe. Or probably just have Ayumi represent. And it is official novel too, from Nintendo, technically, and a really old one at that, again, tying into Phoenix, and even Danganronpa, which has been gaining traction. And Makuma's personally a special pick for mine, but that's off topic. But yes, it would be a first-party detective character and a first-party official novel rep. And I feel like Ayumi would make an amazing surprise character because of all of the reasons listed here. And Ayumi was like subject to a fair amount of fake leaks actually during the hype days for Ultimate. And it would be cool to see the character revived here and even the franchise revived. And last but not least, I was originally considering this to be an honorable mention as like the best honorable mention to start off, but I decided to include it last year and it could maybe even link over to the honorable mentions later on. And the character who made it in lastly is Springman from ARMS. So yeah, he was pretty wanted for Ultimate when that game was first announced, even before then when people were saying that they're just going to remake like Smash 4. And a lot of people were kind of surprised that he didn't make it in as an assist trophy. And because of that, he's also another character who's highly wanted to go for an assist trophy. And the reason why he goes kind of a mixed bag is that I want to kind of see where ARMS goes as a new IP. It just started 2 years ago and has the one game. We don't know if there's going to be a sequel yet at the time this is being recorded. But I'm sure maybe a lot of people do want to see it grow, and that would make Springman a great character to help achieve that. So yes, it would be cool either way anyway if he got in or remained as his trophy, but personally, I think it would be good enough if he did become a character, because just why not? So I'm gonna end it off there, kind of rushed, but the series is finally over, aside from a bonus honorable mentions video, which will come up eventually, and will be a bit differently laid out than these ones, so see you then.